Hello everybody and welcome to niXtreme. Today we're going to be looking at my pickups leading into July 2021. Let's check it out. Hello everybody, welcome back. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and let's jump into these pickups. So we're going to start off with something not game related. I got the Transformers War for Cybertron Megatron from the Beast Wars series. This is Megatron from the 1990s Beast Wars series. This is a new release figure though. He transforms into a T-Rex, which is pretty cool. This is neat because in time they just announced that Beast Wars will be added to the new Transformers movie coming up, and I didn't know this. I thought that Optimus Primal and Megatron were same as Optimus Prime and Megatron from regular Transformers. Apparently that is not the case. Maybe Megatron is the same, but apparently Optimus Primal is a different character. I didn't know that. I thought they were supposed to be the same character. He just turned into a gorilla instead of a truck. But yeah, this thing is awesome. I actually had the original version of this figure from the 90s. I got it I happened to find it at a thrift store, but he was missing his head and his chest plate, so I ended up selling that on eBay, and then I ended up picking up the new one, which absolutely looks way better than the original, that's for sure. So it's a really cool figure, and I was happy to get it.
They've come to meet their death face to face.
Next up, we're getting into games, and we're gonna do like we usually do. We're gonna do new to old. So starting off, we're gonna be starting off with Untitled Goose games on the Nintendo Switch. Now this game is a lot of fun. It's you play as a goose and you go around causing mischief. So it's a bunch of puzzles, and you, as the goose, you cause mischief to solve the puzzles. You have like a list of objectives. You go through and you complete those objectives. I do have a Let's Play of this on my channel if you want to check it out. I actually got this from an Amazon warehouse deal, and this is my favorite kind of Amazon warehouse deal, where you order it, you get a huge discount on the game because it's in the warehouse deals, but the game is still sealed, so you're still getting a brand new game. The only issue with this, the reason why this is warehouse deals, is whenever, I'm assuming what happened was somebody at Amazon got their order of games from their supplier, and when they were opening the box, they opened it with a X-Acto knife, and they sliced the top of the case of the game here. So there's a little line, cut line through the case, which is not a big deal, but the game was still sealed and brand new. So huge discount on this. Was really happy to get it. Next up, on the Xbox One, I picked up the Shenmue 1 and 2 collection. Now with this, I was a little bit disappointed. I actually, in my mind, for some reason, thought that these were going to be remastered games. But no, these are just the straight up games. They're not even ported. They're just dumped on the disc. So you're still playing the original games in the 4:3 aspect ratio. I thought maybe they updated it to be 16:9, so I was a little bit disappointed with that. But these games are Sega Classics, Dreamcast. Well, the first one's a Dreamcast Classic. The second one is an original Xbox exclusive. Because in the original Xbox, Microsoft had a good deal with Sega, and they had a lot of Sega exclusives on the original Xbox after the Dreamcast failed. But yeah, this is still worth picking up because these games are kind of legendary in themselves. But I will say this, they did update the controls, because if you play the original one on the Dreamcast, the controls are kind of silly, because you don't use the analog stick to move your character, you use the D-pad, which is kind of weird in a third-person adventure game. So, but the game, it's still worth picking up, I think. Next up, I got a 3DS game, and that is Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. So this game is actually also on the Vita as well. You can get it on the Vita as well. It costs a little bit more on the Vita. What this game is, it actually ties in with Batman Arkham Origins, which released on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. But what's cool about this is This is actually a Metroidvania game on the 3DS. And Metroidvania is one of my favorite genres of video games, and it was super cool to know this existed. So I finally picked it up. I was excited to get it. I kind of wanted to get the Vita version because you have that nice OLED screen, but like I said, the Vita version is significantly more expensive, so I got the 3DS version, which I also don't mind. I'm sure the graphics are the same. It's just the 3DS screen is a lot low resolution compared to the Vita version. Yeah, I was really looking forward to getting this. This is a side-scroller Metroidvania where Batman Arkham Asylum is a 3D Metroidvania game, but this is a side-scroller, which is traditional, and I'm very happy to play this and get it.
Batman, they're all in there, from petty thieves to the worst of the worst. And almost every one of them has a grudge against you. Then they're about to get their shot.
Hello, valued guest.
Next up, it's an original Xbox game, and that is Soul Calibur 2. So Soul Calibur 2 is this awesome fighting game, and what makes Soul Calibur so special is there's two things. One is a weapon fighting game. The mechanics of the fighting game are based around each character's unique weapons that they carry. The other thing that makes these games special is whatever platform it's on has a different guest character, and I have the Nintendo GameCube and the PlayStation 2 versions already. The GameCube version is the most popular because the guest character is Link, and that game was awesome. Link was so well done put in the game. The PlayStation 2 version has got the dude from Tekken. I forget his name because I don't care about Tekken. I don't think they're that good fighting games. But the Xbox version has Spawn as the guest character, and it's cool to own all three just because they all have their own guest character in the game. So it's really cool to get this. These are awesome fighting games, definitely worth checking out. The first one is one of the best games on the Dreamcast. This is one of the best fighting games on this generation of systems. The third one was a PlayStation 2 exclusive, but I hear it's really good. I haven't played it. The fourth one was awesome. It was on the 360 and the PS3. And the fourth one, the 360 version had an exclusive Yoda, and the PS3 version had an exclusive Darth Vader, which were later released as DLC. But from what I understand, you can't buy that DLC anymore. And it had Starkiller from the Force Unleashed series in them as well, which is kind of cool.
Oh, gonna jump in the Soul Calibur ring for a bit of bother. So, here's your axe, Chief. But you get done over with that small thing. Try something with a little... Alright, you're a strong fella, don't need a bigger axe now.
Next up, I picked this up at a local thrift store, and that is Bloodwake on the original Xbox. This is a original Xbox exclusive game, and it's essentially a boat battling game. So it's like Twisted Metal with boats. It looks like a lot of fun. I haven't popped it in to try it yet, but it looks like a lot of fun. It does have 4-player split screen, which looks pretty cool. It looks like it could be a good time to play this, so that's why I picked it up. Next up, I got a Sega Genesis game, and this is a little bit rarer of a game. It's not super expensive if you get it loose. I ended up getting it loose. It's really hard to find a complete copy of this one. There's not a lot of copies of this floating around. This game is called Red Zone. So this game, it's essentially a top-down helicopter game, but it has elements where you can land your helicopter and then you actually get out as your character, and then it's a top-down twin-stick shooter. Not really a twin-stick because there's not twin sticks, but it ends up becoming a twin-stick shooter when you're on the ground, when you're not in your helicopter. So it's a pretty cool game. This game was a later release, I believe, on the Genesis, and it is known for its really good graphics for the Genesis. The game is really hard, though. So if you can get past that difficulty curve, there's something to enjoy here, that's for sure. Next up on the Sega Genesis, this is a Sega Genesis Classic. And the first time I played this, I was a kid, and my father had brought me with them on a job site, and they had a Sega Genesis there, and I played this there for the first time. This game is called Rocket Knight Adventures on the Sega Genesis. This is an awesome side-scroller platformer that uses the animal mascot theme that was very popular at that time because everybody wanted to be like Sonic the Hedgehog because it was huge. But this one is actually really good. Like this one and Arrow the Acrobat were really good games, but then the other ones stank, like Bubsy and Awesome Possum or stinkers. But this one is really good. You play the possum as well in this one with a jet. This is a really good platforming game. I was really happy to get this because usually it's pretty expensive, this game, and I got it for a good deal, so I was really happy to get this.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy squealed when I smoked him like a greasy slab of sausage.
Go, Freddy! Join Sparkster to crush the swine army in Konami's Rocket Knight Adventures for Sega Genesis. Unleash your animal urges with the only possum to hang with. Pigs fly with a flash of his sword and he's rocket-powered.
I love the smell of bacon in the morning.
Play Possum on Rocket Knight Adventures from Konami.
Okay, next up, this is the big one for the month. This is the biggest game I got this month. I was really happy to get this. I've been meaning to get this for a long time, but the game is super expensive, and I got it for such a good price, and I was really happy to get it. I got it loose, and then I just printed off the cover art, because to get this game complete is ridiculous. I just featured this on my channel, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Hyperstone Heist on the Sega Genesis. This game is awesome. It is essentially the Genesis version of Turtles in Time. They don't give it a number. Like Turtles in Time is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, but they don't give this one a number, I guess because there was no other Ninja Turtles on Sega consoles leading up to this, but it's pretty close to being the same game. I think Turtles in Time is a little bit more content than this one, but this one does have its own unique features that make it special. So this is a really good game. Check this out. I do have a Let's Play of this on my channel, which I posted on Tuesday. Check it out.
This is Cowabungie. And this is Cowabongo. But the turtles for your 16-bit system are Cowabunga! Holy cow, it's Turtles in Time! The cool arcade game for Super NES, now with tasty turtle duels. And psych up your Sega Genesis with the Hyperstone Heist and all new 3D Turtle Thrash. So remember, this is Cowabingo. But the turtles for Super NES and Sega Genesis are...
Cowabunga, dude.
Next up, on the NES, I have Iron Sword, Wizards, and Warriors 2. This game is famous, not necessarily for the game itself, just the fact that it has a picture of Fabio on the cover. Very popular model in the 90s, used for his portrayals on romance novels, but this game is actually a really good game as well. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's a Metroidvania, but it kind of is. It's a platformer. He plays a knight who looks nothing like Fabio, so that's always hilarious with these games, how they make these cover arts that have nothing to do with the game at all. But this game is pretty good, so check this one out if you can.
Come on! Almost! Finally, yeah!
Triumph is ours!
Squirrels!
But the battle of wizards and warriors continues with Iron Sword. The evil wizard Malkill will take the shape of the earth, wind, water, and fire.
Farewell! The fate of the world is in your hands! Backed by a beast!
Live the saga of Iron Sword on your Nintendo Entertainment System from Acclaim.
Next up, for the last game of the pickups, is Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. I was excited to get this. I'm trying to get the Ninja Gaiden games. I absolutely love them. This one doesn't control, I think, as good as the first one. This one does that thing where if you jump, the character kind of jumps backwards. So what happens is you go to jump backwards, and if you hit the button combination the wrong button, you kind of like float a little bit backwards as opposed to jumping backwards. So it can screw you up a lot of times during certain platforming areas. But this game is awesome. I've been meaning to get it for a long time. This isn't the hard one to get. Ninja Gaiden 3 is the hard and extremely valuable one to get. Ninja Gaiden 3 is like a $130 game. This is about a $20 game. That's about what I paid for it. So I was happy to get it either way because I love these games. And I'm always happy to pick up stuff on the NES, one of my favorite consoles of all time. I'd probably say it is my favorite system of all time. But yeah, I was really happy to get this. Well, everybody, thanks for checking out these game pickups leading to July 2021. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you dislike what you saw, hit dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. We'll see you later.